All right, everybody, do I have a treat for you? I'm excited to share with you what's going on in Origin Story because sometimes some Stonemaier games leave me feeling a little cold emotionally. And I'm thinking of the last two games I played, one of which is Vantage. Not necessarily, there's a lot of mystery, there's a lot of puzzling, there's a lot of luck and unknown. And it left me just a titch cold, and so did Stamp Swap. Maybe because it just felt like I was piecing together. I had like that, tableau with my stamps on my board, and we were kind of doing the I cut, you choose, which are not terrible mechanics, but again, emotionally feeling maybe a little bit distant from who I'm playing and what I'm doing in the game, but not Origin Story. This is a 1 to 5 player game and takes about 45 minutes to play. And I have not played this solo yet, but I will attest to the multiplayer game. And I think what's so clever about this is that it is fast. This is a 45-minute game, maybe shorter, because you are going to play over 5 rounds and you have a character. So these are going to be the boards you actually get. And when you get your board, it was kind of fun when I set this up for my fellow players for game night. I have the board in front of them and they all just kind of looked at it and they had no idea that when you open up the board, it becomes your player board. And everyone's got a particular character, a specialty that is specific to them. And it's got places for all 5 of the rounds for your cards that you're going to receive. So that in and of itself, clever game design, amazing artwork. I cannot say enough about this. This is definitely my style of artwork. So I've got my character, my Lynn. I also have my victory point tracker. Now, this was really interesting because this feature says you can be a hero for the round, which there is a chance for everyone to select simultaneously, or you can be a villain for the round. And you are essentially choosing if you're a hero or a villain based on the cards you receive for the particular round. But I will walk through just quickly the round setup and the end of the round because it's so easy. This is what makes the game so fast. So you shuffle all the cards and deal 8 to all players, which I've already done. I've got 3 players sitting out here on the table. Then for round 3 only, you reveal a random event and do what it says, which means that you are going to be able to play this game so many times with a random event from the deck. Let me just show you right here. This is going to be the event deck. And so you've got all these possibilities for an event, and it only happens in round 3, which is the middle of the game. So it's kind of like that midpoint in your story arc because this has a lot of theme with you being a superhero, gaining abilities, generating really cool opportunities as you continue playing in 5 rounds of a trick-taking game. So that's going to be that step 2 if you have round 3. But then you're going to, depending on your current round, gain a stamina. Stamina is how you pay to enact your powers and your abilities. Charge your abilities and reveal it, and then you're going to essentially be playing the round. So you are going to take a look at your cards, and these are going to be your numbers and your suits. Right now I only have, it looks like 3 suits. There is the love, which is the yellow heart. There is the strength with a fist and it's red. I believe, yeah, here's another player that's got a fist on their deck right here. So that's going to be that particular card. Then you've got speed, which is the lightning bolt. And you've got brains, which is going to be the green kind of like nuclear symbol. So I'm looking at my cards and I am trying to determine, let's see here, I'm going to be dealt 3 of these cards, which would work best with my hand, but also my overall strategy. So these are going to be the cards that I get to pick from. So I've got leadership, which is talent. Whenever you lead, if you choose an eligible leader for this trick. If you choose an opponent, gain a victory point. So I essentially have to activate this by putting 2 of these guys on there. And then if I lead the trick, then I can choose and I will gain a victory point if I choose someone other than me. This is the Burn Super Suit ongoing, so it's going to always be active. Add 2 to the value of your fight cards, which is your strength. The first played card breaks ties. All right, so that's the other one. And then I've got Amnesia. This is backstory. When charged with one of those stamina tokens, discard 2 cards, then draw 2 cards. Really, really good, because if you're looking at winning tricks or trying to lose tricks, which there is a reason why you would do that, you want to play this. So you're going to be picking one of these cards that you essentially want. I don't have any of those punch cards, so maybe I'll just pick Amnesia. I'll pick the card, I'll discard the others, put them over here. Again, notice how many of these cards there are. You are going to be playing this card many times through without ever seeing all the cards in just those 2 decks, because the other deck is going to be your normal 52 card deck, essentially, with your 4 suits and your numbers 1 to 13. I can't forget to gain my stamina, which is going to be that rounds 1 through 4. And then we're all going to secretly reveal who we want to be. So you're going to look at your hand, and the interesting thing about this is you are going to receive 1 point for every trick you win if you're a hero. But if you're the villain, you essentially don't want to take tricks. You want to go nil. You want to get none. And so if you ever get 1, you are not going to receive any points. And if you receive a trick as a hero, each trick you receive is 1. So if you are the villain, you are going to, oh, it's all right here, super easy. So gain 1 point per trick you won as the hero. And then if you are on the villain side, it says gain 4 points if you won 0 tricks. So everything is just easily labeled. Let's say I pick to be a hero, and everyone else, let's say these are the 2 that they decided, just because I've got them face up like that. So this guy wants to take none. This person clearly wants to take some. I want to take some. At the same time, we also kind of want to thwart the plan of the villain, because they're going to receive a lot of points if we let them get away with none. So then we will charge all of our abilities. So let's say I charge my Amnesia. Let's say I charge my special ability as my Lin, which says Twist of Fate. After you play a card, you may remove 1 stamina to add or subtract 1 from its value. The first played card breaks ties. So these are going to sit up there until I decide to spend them. And then my Amnesia says, when charged, which is right now before we even start the game, I discard 2 cards, then draw 2. So if I want to win some hands, I'm going to maybe play some of my lower numbered cards and cards that will allow me to play just 1 or 2 cards in a suit, so that I can essentially, oh no, let me take it back. I think I want to keep all of my yellows. Let me tell you right now. The reason I wanted to keep those yellows, those hearts, is because that's my trump suit. So I don't want to get rid of my 1, even though it's low, because it's a trump suit. So maybe I want to do this. I'm going to get rid of these 2 low cards, and maybe I'll draw another yellow. Maybe I'll draw a red, a high number. Who knows? But I have to get rid of my cards first. So I'm going to do that. Put these guys underneath here. Draw 1, 2, and wow, cool. I got another one of those trump cards. Nice. I love the art again. And then I got one of those strength cards. So I'm kind of low on 2 suits, but I'm really, really high on these. Now I might be able to win just 4 or 5 of these tricks if I can play it right. So that's my hand. This is my choice. We are charged up and ready to go. I did my Amnesia backstory. And then we just simply will play a regular trick-taking game where we play down all of our cards, and essentially we will end the round once the last trick has been played, and we will earn our points accordingly. All right, so end of round ability on superhero story cards, resolve end of round abilities on the event card, round 3 only, gain victory points based on your alignment, return stamina tokens to your supply, and then rotate the dealer clockwise. And so this is your dealer token right here. Now here's the cool thing. There are people on the back side of this. So these are all the player aid cards, right? So you're shuffling all these guys up right here, and you deal everybody 2. And so you are going to have 2 of these people right here, and you're looking at what they do, which is really, really cool. So you're going to have these, and they're essentially going to tell you, when revealed, you're going to do something, and it's going to give you a victory point. So when revealed, you got the Himalaya Superhero. This is your special card at round 5. So you keep it face down here, and then you're going to essentially pick them at the very end, and that's going to be the person that is your superhero who you essentially become. You've been doing your origin story, building up, figuring out your backstory, getting those special abilities. I mean, these cards are really cool. Getting a super suit, let's say round 2 I pick this. Let's say I have a special power, Razzle Dazzle. I've got an ultimate ability, Beast Mode, and then I become this at the end. This is the kind of immersion, this is the story, this is the flavor that I'm really looking for in such a small box. And I am such a sucker for trick-taking. I think the trick-taking in this is really clever. The trump suit's super easy to identify. There's nothing strange about the way this trick-taking works, aside from your faction. If you're essentially aligning yourself with evil or with good, it just determines how you're going to score, and it is public information once you reveal simultaneously. So again, with the abilities and the backstory and all the stuff that makes you who you are, the choice you get of 2 of these superhero powers that give you victory points on your board is just clever. And the way this works too, so let's say I got 5 tricks in my very first round. If I become evil next round, I still keep my 5 points. Everything, the dials are pretty clever. The way that they have figured out how they work, they look good, they work well, they function well. You never lose track of your points. It's super, super easy. And the only token in the game is this guy right here. These are your stamina tokens. And when you use them, you just keep them and you continually gain them because you get 1 per round, 1 through 4. And there are going to be ways on cards that you're going to essentially gain more stamina, like this, end of round, Beast Mode. Says gain a stamina if you win at least 2 or more tricks than the hero opponent who won the most tricks. Done, right? Getting some more stamina. If I didn't play a heart with Razzle Dazzle, I gain a victory point. Every time I win a trick that doesn't have that I didn't play a heart in, I mean, come on, I could just rack up the victory points in the middle of the game, and I can also gain the points for the tricks that I have won afterwards. Really, really cool. There's just some fantastic features here. It's easy. There are 3 decks of cards. The cards you play with, which are, again, all of the suits, 1 to 13. Great and super easy. You got these cards, which are going to be, again, your story cards. This is all the story. So many stories, so many combinations, so many lovely choices. When you draw 3 and pick 1, it really does feel like you actually have a choice. And again, the events, these are going to be the things that happen. Oh, the enemy of my enemy. When revealed, the dealer draws 3 cards. If all other players combined win more total tricks than the dealer, they each gain 5, otherwise the dealer gains 5. This is fun. These events really do change things up and make things fun. I'm not going to share any more of these guys. You got to essentially experience those guys. And then, of course, you've got all the different superheroes. Riptide, Himalaya, Stygia, is that it? Metamorph. Boy, I mean, come on. Like I said, the artwork here, this is my kind of artwork. I love it. I love it. I love this picture. I love the figure. I love the watercolor look with the inking. You've got Nephthys, Cendia, High Noon. Oh, come on. Look at this. High Noon looks so cool. And then you've got Bear, Cord, and Vesuvius. So this is cool. It's fun. 1 to 5 player, 45 minutes. This is a fast, delicious trick-taking game with the heart of this origin story to superhero that really does feel like you're growing and building your own person. You have a lot of individual powers that nobody else has. They all have other powers that you don't have, and you will just continually gain your victory points. Whoever has the most victory points at the end wins, but it's just fun. No matter what, it is fun. I like this game. I want to keep playing it. I want to keep getting combos and discovering more of what the game has to offer, but it's good. It's just good, and it really captures me more so than the previous 2 that I talked about. So really good stuff here and a nice size box. So check out Origin Story if you've got a chance to. Boy, is it going to just keep on coming out at game night for me. All right, everybody. I'll see you later. Bye.